had on this particular attire. I'm sure, like most people who are less fortunate, he had it on every day.
Yes.
And it probably didn't smell well.
That's right.
Amen. But when Jesus commanded him to be brought to him, he took off that garment, according to the word. You might still be wondering what significance does this have? Well, his outer garment represented his status in the community. It represented his position, his infirmity, his weakness, his deficiency. When Jesus called to him to be brought to him, all of that changed. I'm using my sanctified mind and spirit, but Bartimaeus knew through his faith in Jesus, the miracle worker was going to give him what he asked for, which was his sight. And through faith, Bartimaeus threw off the garment and was throwing off his status in the community. He was throwing down folks calling him a beggar. He was throwing down his vision being impaired, casting off his garment, activating his faith, sealing his miracle, and waiting and watching God perform what he was going to do. Bartimaeus refused to let his outerwear, his outer garment condition dictate his blessing. Because of faith, he took off the garment. Some of us need to throw off those things which make us appear unqualified for our blessing. Throw it off, cast it away. It's not you. It's not a part of your destiny. Your thing that you got going, your lying spirit is not a part of the destiny where God has for you. Your backbiting spirit is not a part of the position that God has for you. Your cheating spirit, your stealing spirit, it's not a part of the will of God where he wants you to be. God has something for you. He has a destination for you. He has an expected end for you. So take off the garment and watch God move. Walk in faith. Walk in the confidence of God. Bartimaeus takes off his garment, gets up and goes to Jesus. And Jesus asked him one simple question. Basically, he said, what is it that you want? How can I help you? Bartimaeus gave him a simple answer. I want my sight. To have my sight. To receive my sight. The hardest thing Jesus said during this interaction was this: go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. You might be wondering, some of us don't even have that much faith in the Lord. He can do such miracles. People say that they really have faith, but they really don't. All you have to do is watch and see how they handle certain situations. Instead of praying, they worry and cry, what am I going to do? No, stand on the promises of God. If he did it before, he will do it again. If he did it last week, he'll do it again. If he did it 6 months ago, he'll do it again. If he did it 10 years ago, he will do it again. If he did it last year, he will do it again. Sometimes folks don't even have the faith the size of the mustard seed, which is really small. They don't have they have the faith the size of Casper, the ghost. Vapors. There's nothing there. There's no substance. No power, no faith. And we sometimes allow fear to overpower, the fear to overtake us. And we lose our faith. We fear the current situation and not see the light will come through. The Lord will come through. The Lord will do what he said he's going to do. God has not given us a spirit of fear. If Bartimaeus didn't have faith, if he didn't have faith and had fear, he wouldn't receive what the Lord had for him. He wouldn't receive what he asked for, which was his sight. Some of us die spiritually because we lose our faith.
That's good.
Just like people come to church and they lose their faith. Why? Because of sometimes how we act in church. They even lost their faith before they even got it. Amen, somebody. But we allow fear to kill us, blind us, and we can never get through what is at hand. Fear is the devil's way of hindering us, for blocking us, for stopping us from reaching our full potential in God. And we miss our blessing. We miss the promises. We miss the things of the Lord. Why? Because we fear. Fear is a dangerous thing. When you fear, you get all nervous. You feel like you're sweating. And you feel like you want to throw up. Sometimes I remember one time my sister, she was getting ready to do women's Colgate. And she was fearful. She was looking at me, making a face at me now. But she was fearful. And because she was fearful, she ended up throwing up on the track. But it was all right. She had to get it out. and do the race. But fear will do those things to you. You thought I forgot? I didn't forget. Fear will do those things to you. But baby, when you catch hold of faith, no matter what your problem is or circumstance you may be going through, believe in the Son of God. And he'll speak his name and watch God move. If you want to look at Jesus as a superhero, his slogan would have to be, have no fear, Jesus is here. Have no fear, Jesus is here. Don't worry about what folks are trying to say or how people are trying to keep you quiet. Baby, make all the noise that you want. Stand on the promises of God. Make all the noise you want. Jump around, hop, skip, shout out. Do something. Get the Lord's attention. And when he comes, he's coming your way. You make so much noise that he's going to stop what he's doing. He was going to go bless Sister Sally, but I heard your cry over here, and I'm going to bless you right now. While on others thou art calling, do not pass me. But I know I may not seem qualified by society's standards. I know I may seem funky to you, Lord. I know I may seem funky to others. I know I may stink. I know I may be irritating to others. I know I may not be I may be a nuisance. I may be a problem to others. But don't pass me by. Don't pass me by. And when you call me, I'm taking off the garment. I'm taking off my trouble. I'm taking off my worry. I'm taking off the label. The stigmatism that counts me out. Folks might have tried to scandalize your name, but baby, take off the garment.